Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kenny, and folks, I'm sure you can recognize that I am actually standing in front of my wood stove. This is actually a tour of this wood stove and our very first fire of the season. Now, I've got a roaring blaze. Well, we won't quite use that word. Let's say a very high blaze inside. And it feels so good this morning because let me tell you, our temp here in the mountains, they dropped down last night into the mid-20s. So this morning early, as you can spot this fire, it does feel wonderful. And I'm telling you, it's a welcome thing on this cold morning. I want to show you my stove, my wood stove. Now, to me, folks, there is something about a wood stove that's unlike anything else that you may heat your house with. It's a feeling of security to me just to be able to go out in the woods and cut your own wood and stack it and store it and use it for this very purpose, and that is heat. It's the cheapest way that I know to heat your house. Now, I know that everybody cannot use wood, but let me say that if you can, I'm telling you, and if you can and don't, you're missing out on so many wonderful values. I mean, it's free heat. It's free heat. And to me, that is so good to be able to heat your home. I heat practically my whole house wood. And what I mean by that is it's a personal thing to me because I love good, wholesome wood heat. It's so beautiful to me. I mean, it's just, you can see the flame, and through this door you can see the flame. And to me, that's a big plus. It lights up your room. It is so cozy and cheap. I bought this stove last year. This is the second year that we have used it. Now let me give you a little bit of a tour. This is a Pleasant Hearth wood stove. It is made in the good old USA. And let me tell you, I did my homework before I bought this stove. And I compared the prices. I compared to where it was made at. I looked at the reviews very carefully. And let me tell you, after a long, extensive review, I came to a decision to buy this one, and I don't regret it. And let me show you a few features about it. First of all, I've got it up off the floor really high, actually about 8 inches. I've got it up off the floor, got it on a nice platform here. But the features about it, of course, it's got the glass door. It's got the thermostat right here on the side. You can adjust it. It's, of course, open right now, and you can close it. It's got a large underneath it here ash pan that holds a huge amount of ashes. And in front here, it's got a large, what we call, actually it's a lip. That's what they call it, a lip. It prevents the ashes from falling down on the floor when you open the door. And let me tell you, It's got its own fan on the back of it. It's fully brick lined, and that is a big plus. Fully brick lined. And that to me is a security issue that you can't ignore when it comes to a wood stove. And I got a good deal on this last year after searching and looking at so many other different brands. I went with this one, and I don't regret it. To me, it only makes sense to utilize a free resource that you have right in your back door, and I'm talking about wood, to save a ton of money, especially these days when everything is so expensive, and it is so economical to be able to do those things. This stove will pay for itself. In fact, it has already paid for itself during the first year that we used it last year. Now, like I said earlier, it heats most of my house. Now, I'm talking about my living room. I'm talking about my dining room. My house is kind of opened up to where the heat circulates real well. I'm talking about my dining room. I'm talking about my kitchen. I'm talking about my utility room. A couple of bedrooms. It heats about 85% of my house. The entire amount. 85%. And the rest of it, I usually have an electric heater or a propane heater that will actually do the rest. But this year is a money saver to me, and you get to enjoy not only the heat but the beautiful fireplace. And let me tell you, that's an option to me. It is a very cozy like picture, of course, and I am happy with it. This stove weighs about, I want to guess, about on average about 350, maybe 400 pounds. I'm not positive on that, but I don't regret it. This is a beautiful investment to me. But I wanted to give you a tour of this. This is our first fire. And oh my goodness, it feels so good. Now I'm showing you my exhaust pipe, my stove pipe that goes up to the back of the wall and goes up out, of course, to the top of the house. And I am happy with this, like I've said before, and I wanted to share this with you this morning and give you a bird's eye view of a beautiful, warm fire on a cold morning. And we hope you've enjoyed this. And listen, if you like this, why don't you just go ahead and click the like button for us. And while you're at it, you can subscribe to the channel, and we certainly would appreciate it. And I'm going to say thank you for viewing our videos. And listen, as always, you have a wonderful, blessed day, and we will talk to you later.